Step 1. Installing the software. Before installing ThunderView, make sure the driver for your spectrometer is already installed on your computer. Next, double-click the ThunderView setup file to open the installation wizard and follow the instructions on the screen. You can choose to install the software for your user account only or for all users on the computer. On the next screen, you can keep the default installation folder or select a different location. When the installation is complete, close the wizard and open ThunderView. In the future, you can find the software by searching for it in the Windows search bar. This setup is only required the first time you use the software or after an update. Finally, plug in the spectrometer and the laser controller. ThunderView will detect them automatically. If the devices are connected but not detected, contact our support team. The software is now ready to use. Step 1.5. Optional step for the OR spectrometer, calibration. This step applies only to the OR spectrometer. If a calibration file was provided with your device, you can load it into the software. To do this, open the Acquisition Settings category in the menu bar and select Set Calibration File. A window will appear. Navigate to the location of your calibration file, select it, and confirm. The calibration file will then be applied to your spectrometer. Step 2. Changing laser settings. Make sure your laser controller is connected. In the laser control section, you can turn the laser on or off and adjust its intensity. To turn the laser on or off, click on the On/Off button. Once the laser is on, you can adjust its intensity in two ways. Either move the slider bar to increase or decrease the intensity, or enter the desired value directly in the input box. The laser is now ready for use. Step 3. Starting an acquisition with the spectrometer. In this tutorial, we are using the O spectrometer. The OR spectrometer works the same way, except that only the emission acquisition mode is available. After plugging in your spectrometer, check the status. It should update to connected, and shortly after, the part number of your spectrometer will appear below the status. Before starting an acquisition, set the integration time and the number of frames. Next, initialize the dark spectrum, also called the dark current. If you change the integration time or number of frames later, you must reinitialize the dark spectrum each time. You can also adjust the wavelength range to reduce noise. This can be done at any point before or during acquisition. If your experiment requires it, initialize the white current as well. Then select the acquisition mode. For this tutorial, we will use emission mode. Finally, start the acquisition. You can choose a single acquisition or a continuous acquisition, depending on your needs. The spectrometer is now ready to record data. Step 4. Changing the display settings. It is important to note that the wavelength range button only affects the saved spectrum. It does not change what is displayed on the screen. To modify the display itself, use the spectrum display parameters. To make the current spectrum fill the entire display area, click the Auto Scale Axis button. You can also select Normalize Spectrum. When normalization is active, every new acquisition will be shown with normalized values, with the maximum value set to 1. This only affects the display. The raw values are preserved when downloading the spectrum. The zoomed window, whether selected on the screen or entered manually, remains the same between acquisitions. Adjust the zoom and display settings until you find the view that works best for you. Step 5. Connecting to the cloud and saving the spectrum. To connect to the cloud, enter your username and password in the login fields. Before uploading a spectrum, make sure the project and subset you want to use have already been created in your cloud workspace. If you are unsure where to upload your file, click on your username to display the folder structure of your cloud. This will help you select the correct destination folder. If you only want to save the spectrum on your computer without uploading it or comparing it to reference spectra, you do not need to be connected. Click the Save button and enter the information you want to include. This will create a text file containing all the entered data and the full spectrum. This file can later be uploaded to the cloud as an unknown sample, without modification. Please note that this button does not upload anything to the cloud, even if you are logged in. If you want to save and upload the spectrum at the same time, use the Save and Upload to Cloud button. Enter the file name and select the destination folder on the cloud. If you cancel the computer save, the file will not be uploaded. After the window is closed, the closest match section updates, showing you up to 5 reference spectra that best match the spectrum you just uploaded.